I'm here at Toro Trail with the lovely Lyndon, who is the owner, the mastermind, the whole brains behind the operation. And I just thought, because we've been here, we've been doing riding and everything that's going on, I thought we'd just have a little bit of a chat and talk about how the business came about and what got started.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah, so let's go to the beginning. What made you start all this?
Oof. Yeah, the beginning. Well, I was involved in investment management with a business that I lost, where the computer system went wrong. Had to get a job with a Singaporean broker and then a merchant bank, Close Brothers. So I was a fund manager with Close Brothers. But going to the office one day on the train, I got a message off my cousin on my phone saying that the wealthiest guy on the planet is the one that spends the most time doing what he wants to do. And I looked at everybody on the train doing the crossword and the reading the book and getting off the train in the dark. And I thought, okay, if I'm going to do something, I need to do something. So I handed my notice in of a very good job and said, right, now I've made the first move, I've got to make the second. So I had a place down in Spain before, so came to Spain thinking, what can I do here? There's the most international airport within Europe at Malaga. Got to be something more fun than merchant banking to do. And we looked, there was another company down the coast that I won't say who, but I went there and the bikes weren't so good. There was no safety brief. Mm-hmm. The gear was a bit smelly. And I just thought, ooh, I could run something better than this. Not steeped in enduro, but one thing led to another. It's a bit of a crazy path. Just said, right, if I'm going to do something, I need to do it. So sold a house, bought a Land Rover, bought some old TTR air-cooled Yamaha bikes, came over and winged it. There's no other way of explaining it. Very, very crazy looking back. I can't believe how calculated things in my life have been. And then that wasn't. That was just literally, let's go there and just see what happens.
See what happens. Wow. Yeah, so had you got any experience with enduro before, or?
No. I'd my first bike was when I was 28. I'd raced single-seater cars before. My friend bought a KX250 to play on the beach, so I thought, well, I'll have some of that. So I bought an old CR250 that every single spoke on it was loose, the orange monster. Had a couple of hours on the beach and never had a moped or anything. And Southport Beach is flat, so we had a zoom round there for half an hour. Good fun. And then he stuck me in an AMCA race the next Sunday.
Oh,
so I had to
nice
go and buy, I had to go and buy all the gear from Parbold. I remember a bike shop in Parbold, crappy gear. And next minute, I'm stood on an AMCA race juniors, so it's nothing too exciting, but still with a 15-second board and a 5-second board, and off we go racing, having had half an hour on the beach or an hour on the beach, whizzing around. So it was good. It was like a rodeo, and I'm highly competitive at that stage with no ability whatsoever. So it was very good fun, and quite a few visits to casualties along the way. So. So no, not steeped in it. So it makes the whole story even a little bit crazier. That what was I thinking?
Stepping into something that you're not sort of known to.
No, I'm an sporty. I'd had some quick road bikes. I'd had a Fireblade and an R1, so I'd done some riding.
Yeah.
Quick riding. So it wasn't unknown, but. Pretty crazy. I had to learn pretty fast.
Yeah.
I had a day one, a day two, and that was it. If people wanted 3 days, I had to sort of wing the day as well. So, but it was good fun, and I met some great people. People still coming from that time. Ian Simpson, TT rider, 3 times winner with Brian Morrison, John Crawford, Ian Duffus, Ian McPherson, Brian Morrison, all those. They came in the very early days and still coming. I went to Morocco with them last week, and amazing. And he said it's the only thing he's done consistently every year is come and see us. And those days it was just good fun.
Yeah,
crazy bikes, crazy trails, but we're all on the same thing, having a laugh, and and it was good fun. The main thing was to have some fun, and and that's what still runs today. I hope. I hope through it.
That is the whole vibe with the place, isn't it? It's not all serious and like go out, ride, serious, get fast and it's technical, and complicated as the trail can get. It's just have a laugh with your mates, and you come back and you go in the pool and have a beer, have a drink, and chill.
The after riding is really, really important. It's hard because it's then 24/7 job. But yes, I think we've built a sanctuary for bikers in a way. It's not just the riding. And there was a guy the other day that wrote the van, and he said, a lot of your recommendations and the things through TripAdvisor, people saying second home, sanctuary, island. So yeah, people look at it as something to just sanity, have a laugh, be boys again or girls, and just have fun. Have some fun.
And that is just it. It's such a nice, relaxed feeling about being here. There's no pressure behind it. And like I say, you can just chill by the pool afterwards and just have a good time with it. There's no pressure to be the best rider out there or
I mean, we have obviously some of the world-class ones through to absolute beginners, and there's always one guide per every 4 people on a ratio. So everyone's looked after. So there's as long as someone's willing to have a go on a dirt bike, they're all right. I think we're 8,000 clients later, and it doesn't matter what walks through the door. Bikers are good. Bikers are good people. People that want to have a go on a dirt bike are very good people.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's about 4 we don't want to see again. So 4 out of 8,000 or whatever it is pretty good.
Yeah, can't complain of that.
20 years later on.
Yeah. There's one thing I was going to touch on is you do in the group, so there's not 12 riders all together, and you have the guides, and you're very accommodating to people's different rides. So someone could turn up here, pass their bike test, never done a single bit of off-roading, and you accommodate to that, and you do help them, and so there's no set thing. You have to have a set boundary to come here. You can literally just come off the wheel.
Yeah, we'll take it from people currently racing in championships or Erzberg or whatever to someone like you say that's passed the test and saying, I just want to learn about what's going on off-road. Yeah. We had a lovely story last year, the year before, where there's a Belgian guy, Didier, and he'd watched Teapot One, a YouTuber, and it inspired him to buy a bike. So he went and bought a bike. Then he came here and he said, Teapot One's been here. And I said, yes. I said, all right, let's try and teach you, off-road. So we went on the enduro bikes, and he said, my dream one day will be to go to Morocco. So I said, well, we can, try and help you on that road. So he came again, and we went on the GSs, and I did a bit of off-road to him. And he said, what do you think? And he was progressing good. He's really fit. He does a lot of running, sorry. And so I said, yeah, well, let's keep going. Let's do a bit more training and see. Long and short, he went on a Morocco trip with Teapot One on off-road. So his dream from watching someone on YouTube to then going around Morocco with them on a motorbike, he was brilliant because he just said, I just keep pinching myself. Is this really happening? I was sat only 18 months or something before hadn't even had a bike.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So yeah, we can take people from, to be honest, they're a clean piece of paper. It's easy without the bad habits. It's sometimes if they're up for it and, whatever. But everyone's got their own pace of learning. No one's pushed into anything. We do go through the basics, not in a school fashion, but as an advisory riding style. So it's on the hoof. And touch wood, it works very well.
Yeah, it's working really, really well. So going back to the beginning and how it all started, you obviously bought a brand of bike. What did you start with?
I was very, very lucky. I was talking to a friend at Yamaha. He worked for Marriott Motorcycles, and Gareth, who's a really good friend. And he sort of persuaded us to look at some Yamahas. And then Geraint Jones in Wales was very, very kind. He was, we were almost competition to open up in Spain. Lovely. And I supported his son, Dylan, with his clothing company, Core, at the time. And so we went with Yamaha we looked at an air-cooled, simple bike was the plan. And so the TTR was a very basic air-cooled bike. And I've got a soft spot for them. I did things those bikes were never meant to do. And then we had some good fun. Ian Simpson said it was crazy, but we're all on the same bikes and we
Yeah.
had laughs, and that was the core thing at that stage. It wasn't, you know, crazily professional. It was just, let's go and have some fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we did. And then we progressed to the WR bikes when we realized the limitations of the GTRs. And then there was no homologated bikes allowed into Europe from Yamaha. So we had a forced hand, and I'd had KTM rammed down my throat for all the years I had Yamaha. So I couldn't go KTM with the orange, and I liked the linkage style on the Husqvarna. So we went with Husqvarna, which we're with today.
Yeah, yeah. You're still running now, aren't you? Yeah, yeah. Great. Easy. Well, I want to say easy, but they're not. They're great adaptable bikes. So if you've never ridden one before and you get on the 4-stroke out there, it's easy enough to adapt to, and it's not going to rip your arms off, and it's not snatchier anyway, is it? It's
no,
very.
They're a good. I wouldn't say a good starter bike, but they're not crazy. And the way that we get people into it, it will be gentle on them.
Yeah, it's not like I say, it's not going to snatch you off it and snappy falls.
No, we don't
it's
force
not
them to get on a 302 stroke on day one or a 450.
Yeah.
You know, we run 250 lowered bikes, which are ideal for people just to start out on.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a confidence building thing as well. I really like it because obviously I get on the lowered one, which is good for me. I'm only little. And then I had a couple of short people with me this week that have been on the standard ones, and they've got on all right as well. So as they're complete newbies, and they've loved it, well, spit it out, they've loved every minute of it and looking to come back. And that is the vibe that you get from everyone. They have such a good time and relaxed and thinking they just can't wait to come back and enjoy it more.
We're very lucky. I think we're on 80 to 90% repeat client organizer.
Yeah,
so
can't complain at that.
It's fabulous. It's just friends coming back. And then the food at night, they were in a very lucky town with fantastic food. So it's been described as an eating holiday with bikes attached. So
I agree with it, yeah.
we have good fun in the day and eat good food and a swim after riding, then it's not too bad a formula.
Yeah, yeah, it works really well. The whole setup works really well, but you've extended the setup even further. So you've now got you've got the GSs, so you can go for the GS Tour, which is self-guided, or you can have a guided one.
That's right.
And you've now stepped into doing the CRF Rally.
Yes. Well, the CRF 300L.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about the rally side of it and what you got going on with that.
Okay. And the GSs came about just by riding through Morocco, and it was just GS going past me. So we said, okay, let's tip our foot in that water. So we've got the GS pack, which is Toro Adventure. That's been running for 10 years. And recently, I've been at the ABR Festival for 2 years, which is fantastic. Really good event. I really enjoyed that. And having a display there as well. And their survey said that bikers are getting older in the UK. I think the average age is 56, which is really scary. And they're going for smaller adventure bikes. So that was in our mind. Had a couple of other people saying that they'd got the 300s and they were doing some crazy things. Riders that were really, really quite extreme riders, saying they're going around the world on them and they're using them because they're bulletproof, etc. So my colleague Melania said, right, Monday you're going to Honda in Malaga and you're going to have a test ride. So I was like, oh, okay. So went out the showroom, went to wheelie. That didn't happen. But I was like, okay. But another 100 meters, 200 meters further on, I thought, this is a full-size real bike. And just started to get that this is something you could go on an adventure on. Yeah. It's like a very small version of a Tenere or something. A Tenere is still a big, quite heavy bike. This is lightweight, more nimble. So it grew and grew, the idea in my head, and I like the idea of doing hotel to hotel riding to go on adventure, and a bit of what you're doing, you know, where you are riding, than what you're doing riding. So the enduro tends to be, you know, what you're doing, although it's fantastic everywhere. And this, I wanted to be an air on the more trail side, hotel to hotel. In Spain, a little bag on the back, and that's what you've got. That's all you need. So we go on we call it a rally, but a little tour, or a rally with them, with the bag on the back. And then in Morocco, we do take a van with the bags, because you need the little bag on the back to take sufficient water or different things. So we do take a support vehicle with a spare bike and the bags. And so far, I'm starting to love them. It's it's hard to say. They're not an enduro bike, so you have to really make that clear. And we've become friends with Rally Raid, with John at Rally Raid, and appreciate his experience. He's been around the world on them. And he's saying that, don't change it into an enduro bike. It is what it is. It's quiet, it's good on the road, it goes forever on fuel, it's bulletproof. And in the right hands, in the right style of riding, you can go up and down most things. So, I'm quietly excited that it's quite a market. And so far, we've done a couple of Morocco tours and another one next week. So, the ball's rolling and looking for bigger and bigger adventures. I'm surprised how far you go in a day, because here we go out and come back to base.
Yeah.
These, you're not doing the technical things, and so the distance covered, I'm quite excited that some of the tours will be further afield.
Yeah.
And into Morocco, the possibility of going down the south of Morocco at the moment, we're tending to be around the north, the south as Fez. But I can see very shortly there will be. And the beauty of them are, from where we are, the ferry is an hour and a half away. So you just jump on the bike, actually ride them to the ferry, and then over on the ferry with the vehicle in support. But it's logistically a lot easier, and also financially, so we can make the trips cheaper than having to ship the enduro bikes over to Morocco to then ride.
Yeah, that works really well. So obviously you do the technical bits here. The Morocco side of it's more just trails and stuff, rather than like the riverbeds and stuff that we do around here. Or
on the 300s, yes. I've been over to Morocco for, I don't know, 80, 90 times something. So we know the trails very, very well. And the 300s are ideal, absolutely ideal for the trails. Depending on the group, we can do some little bits of single track and everything. We're not saying we're going to do too much, to try and keep it, legal if possible, and more trail orientated. But if there are some areas, particularly Morocco, Spain, slightly less, then we will have some fun and say what's down there, or across the deserts or whatever. Then why not?
Yeah, it's a good trip. And obviously you need that support vehicle with you. It's easier to have a set route, or
well, we know a lot in Morocco, and I'm surprised how far. Fez is quite a long way down, and even on the BMWs, you think, okay, that's quite a big day from Shawan to Fez. It's not a big day, but it's to think then to do it on a dirt bike. But no, it was well within range, and I'm looking to add much more off-road on the way there and back.
Wow, yeah.
And it will just evolve as. My style of guiding is we will probably get lost, and I love that. It's not designer like that, but people will know that know me, is that what's there, what's that. I've got that kind of inquisitive mind, and I found the best trails in my life have been when I've been, sort of randomly looking and saying, that looks interesting. Sniff out a trail, look at a mountain, think, those people must go from that village to that village.
Yeah.
How are they getting there? Let's go and have a look.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not so good. Sometimes it's fantastic. But literally, I have found the best trails. One in particular in Morocco is out of this world. It takes about an hour and a half to go up the trail.
Wow.
With a ravine on the left-hand side that's down to a river, maybe 1,000 meter drop on one side. So, but it's a wide trail, so it's not crazy. But it's just incredible. It's one that I need to. You shouldn't take drones into Morocco, but I need a drone to see,
have a look at it.
to just show people the scale of it. And a little village at the top with lovely people. And that was one just riding round a shop going, what's here? And where does it go? And just, oh my God.
Wow.
We went up and up and up and up. This is going crazier and higher and everything, but fantastic trail. So yeah, that's how our style of things, and we're never going to be, I don't want to say it, but like a motorrad organised.
Yeah.
This is, you're going to do this in this coffee stop.
It's very chill.
Not my style. People know that.
Yeah, very much so. So if someone wanted to do the Morocco one, would you say there was a starter level for it, or the same as this one where you can just...
I think it's possibly better to come and do Spain and then have a little bit of, just to make sure that people are okay, some of the distances, and it's a little bit of fitness to ride for that time period. But it's not that technical, but someone may be more comfortable to come here and do some lessons and get familiar with the bike and everything before it.
Yeah.
One of the other things we've introduced is to have a day prior, a pre-tour day, so that people can familiarize themselves with the bike, have a little bit of teaching on technique, get everything ready for the tour so that they can enjoy the tour a little bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's something that's gone down really well. A lot of people taking that up, saying, wow, that's cool. I can come and have another day, just a really low-key day, small number of people, no pressure, and just get familiarised with the bike before going to somewhere like Morocco. So certainly someone I would advise doing that if they've not done a lot of riding.
Yeah, just to bond with the bike a little bit. And like even when we started out here, and you just teach us how to stand properly on the bike and cornering, because if you've done loads of road riding and you've done off-roading, you'll know that they're backwards to each other.
To a degree, yeah. The bike's in the same position, but the body isn't.
Yeah.
And that's, it's a big difference.
Yeah, so if you haven't done it, it's a good idea just to get that first initial lesson in it. So I'd recommend it too.
And extend a holiday. Some people, there's a lot of retired people that they can extend the holiday by having another day to just chill out and familiarise with the bike and enjoy the trip more. So
yeah, it's lovely. What's next for Toro?
What's next? Now, I've got to be careful what I say. We are open to talking to bike manufacturers at the moment with everything that's gone on with KTM. I'm open in saying that we've had little support off Husqvarna over the years, which is sad, because we know we've sold over 200 bikes directly from clients saying that they've ridden the bikes and liked them. Indirectly with some of the top riders, celebrities, and that have been out, we don't know. So, and with the thing that's gone on with KTM now, then I'm just open to look. I think there may be changes in the market, and so watch this space. We don't know. Onwards and upwards. I want to try and take it forwards. Keep the same theme, just fine tune the whole game a little bit. A bike manufacturer to help us will be really good. Someone that throws support. To be fair to Honda, even in the early stages, we've had more support for them in the early stages of this than the whole life of the Husqvarna side. So good bike. The Husqvarna, can't say anything against it. We don't have a problem with the bike. Certain forks, certain brakes, certain things on them haven't been good over the period. But at this stage in the game where they're talking €12,000 a bike and we run a pack of 20, it's a serious thing that we need to look at and say, is this the best of the manufacturers to suit what we do for our clients? Especially
if you're not getting that support direct from the factory.
That's it, we're I don't know the largest in Europe, but with 30 off-road bikes and 10 GSs as well, it's a lot of bikes. A lot of clients, 8,000 over the years on Toro Trail. It'd be nice for someone to appreciate because we can influence sales. We can market them. We have a good reputation and 100% on TripAdvisor on all three businesses. We can give them a good showing for their product. So if you're out there,
jump on board. That'd be a good thing for some sort of sponsor to come through and help you out. And not even if it weren't anything, you just give you like a couple of bikes just to promote it to begin with, and then let it grow and see what comes of it. And
we've got a couple of ideas. There's things going on, but it would be nice to have some support from someone that appreciates what we can do both ways. There's no question it's favourable for a manufacturer to have someone with you know, the amount of people we've got and the coverage and increase in the social media. So I'd just be nice to have something the other way around. So, okay, especially as bikes are going more expensive. I look at a single cylinder plastic coated steel frame dirt bike and you're looking at €12,000 and it's hard to see it. It's hard to justify that. So I think there's wiggle room for manufacturers to help us. Hopefully.
So that'd be good. So up and coming stuff for Toro would be that, and other bits and pieces in Morocco will hopefully take off, and obviously you're doing the Spain side of that as well. So I would recommend to everyone to book on. I would definitely book on the Toro Trails with the Huskies. One, you learn so much. It's a fantastic few days with your mates. There's not a set thing. If you want to do 2 days, 1 day, 5 days.
No, the majority come for 3 days. 4 starts to be
achy.
Achy, yes, that's the word. Yeah, we had some young guys book 5 days once, and they'd never been off road before, and they said, "Do everybody book 5 days?" And we're like,
no,
nobody books 5 days, really. Why have we booked 5 days? And he's like, "Well, it's a week." Day 4, they could no longer use knives and forks.
Wow.
So it was really funny, and we took it really gentle. So no, 2-3 days. Day riders are welcome if they're down on holiday, or they can escape for a day and want just a quick fix, then there's no problem. 2-3 days is the majority, and we will take that as an individual turning up, a group, 3-2, and I've never had a problem mixing bikers. You know, bikers are fine. We will find the appropriate guide, appropriate trails, teaching for each one to have their level. From, you know, one of our guides is ex-Moto GP2 rider and also World Extreme Gold, down to the likes of myself and Adrian that have been 20 years teaching, and we can take anybody from just a gentle level and accelerate them up the curve as is appropriate with their ability and fitness, etc. So everyone's welcome. The mixing is no problem.
I really like that about it, and being a female in it, I've had no issues. The guys have always been great. You get treated the same, which is the main thing.
If the girls ride, it's fine. It's just one of the people that rides a bike. The banter's
they're bikers at the end of the day.
Bikers, it's great. There's no problem. I've never had a problem with that at all.
So what I will say is get booked on. Come and spend some days here with the guys. Have a great laugh. So they will pick you up and drop you off from Malaga Airport, so you haven't even got to worry about going backwards and forwards. Obviously, the accommodation's in with it as well. You come to the villa, so you can chill here in the evenings. There's a pool, there's everything you need. One thing I really do like about the Toro Trail part of it is a lot of companies, if you fell off and snapped a brake lever, you then have to pay for it. But you are very, very nice and don't charge for that.
No, it was a decision over a long period of time that 8,000, we keep saying 8,000, I don't know what the number is. It's a lot of clients. I've never seen anyone fall off on purpose. I've seen some pretty stupid things and things really crazy.
That was just this week.
That's today, but I've never actually seen anyone, you know, damage a bike on purpose. And if it's unlucky, if the bikes are set up with an appropriate trails, appropriate guide with you, then, you know, things can happen. Things can happen to a bike. But it's more unfortunate. And so if I say to someone, well, you've unfortunately landed on that rock and you've cracked the casing or done an exhaust, there's a bill for X, and your shirt, because there's a hole in it and this, they're not going to come back. And I made that decision to amortize the damage to the bikes across all the parties, and the respect that we get back from clients is great on that.
It is a really good feature about it, I think, because like I say, some you can book on and you get landed with a bill at the end of it. You're a bit like, oh, okay. The other thing is you supply all the kit. You would say if they've got gloves, bring their gloves along, wouldn't you?
Oh, just we got these non-human farmers keep turning up and expecting we've got these gloves that are 8 inches wide, and so we're trying a little bit to say, bring your own gloves. It's a comfort thing as well. People,
they like
it's a
gloves.
Very familiarity thing, that it's your contact with the bike, and so, you know, the rest of the gear is very, very good. And we've got very good gloves, but Yeah, it's just a little thing that we're trying to get a theme of people saying, bring your gloves. They don't take any space, and you've got your own proper gloves, especially if you've got these
Huge
humongous
hands.
farmer hands.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Six fingers and all that, you know.
But all the kit is superb, and you will kit them out. Same with the GSs, and you've got kit. And stuff
People
for
want to
those.
travel light. We've got the kit for the GSs as well.
Yeah, it works superbly. Yeah, so there we go. There's a little bit about Toro Trail. With,
nice to see you again. It's always nice. It was, So,
can only thank you for having me, and I love it every
Morocco
time.
next time.
Yeah,
Watch
who wants
Gem
to see?
in Morocco.
That should be really good. But thank you for the chat, and thank you for having me. And
thank you very much for the support, and good luck with everything. Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled. We'll do Morocco, and we'll see more of what's going on here.
Hopefully.
See you later.
Take care, everyone. Bye bye.